everybody, my name is Dinkwan and today I'm going to talk about my trip to Leeson, Iceland. First, I'm going to talk about a bit of information about Leeson. Leeson, Iceland is an island near Line. Here it is. And Leeson, Iceland is right here. And it's formed by an ancient volcanic eruption. It has two islands. A tiny island, well, you can't see it. There's actually another small island. It's super small. And there's also another main island. And the small island is about 18 kilometers wide. But the main island is much bigger. Both of the islands are surrounded by a ring of coral reefs, but it isn't. And what makes the beaches special? Well, it isn't sandy like normal beaches inside Da Nang and other places. It is very rocky. And the rocks are very sharp and slippery. So if any kid go there alone, well, that's a dangerous option. I think even kids must go with an adult or guardian, or else, well, they might die because the rocks are super slippery. When they slip, the rocks are also sharp. They bump into your head and you're dead. And the coral is also very beautiful. The sea is very beautiful, very crystal clear. It's super clear, you can see anything. On top, you might think it's just blue, but when you put your head in, it looks more brownish.
And there are a lot of small fish.
Yes, there are lots of coral and fish. And even in the ocean, you also still be careful. There's still lots of rocks and coral, and you can't swim there. Swimming there is very dangerous. There's lots of sharp coral and rocks there. Next, I'm going to talk about how to get to Leeson, Iceland. Well, Leeson, there is an airport inside Leeson, but it is only used for the military. So we must go to Chulai Airport. After that, driving 50 kilometers from the airport to the ship dock, and after that you must go on a speedboat. I actually like to go on a normal boat, but my parents forced me to go on a speedboat. And you also must and you also may feel a bit sleepy because the waves are rocking up and down, and I think you also will not like to sleep, because if you sleep, it's also kind of dangerous if you're at the window seat. When you sleep, when the ship is bumping up and down, you might hit the window, and that also hurt a lot. So next, there are 4 days. Day 1, arriving at Leeson, Iceland. We arrived at 11 o'clock in the morning, and after that we stayed inside Leeson Pearl Resort. And then we go to eat lunch, which is mainly seafood, because, well, there's nothing here. There's just too much seafood. Like, you can't eat anything except seafood, and I'm still having tummy ache because of eating too much seafood. And after that, in the afternoon, we go to the beach, and my brother is a very lazy human, so he just stay in the swimming pool. The swimming pool isn't that large, and here's the picture of the sea. Also, there are also lots of animals there, lots of sea stars. Everywhere's covered with sea stars. And there are also lots of shrimp and fish. There are 2 types of shrimp I spotted. Normal fish, which is the fish you cook up, and they're very small. And a pistol shrimp. A pistol is a gun. And I also talked about pistol shrimps once. They are very dangerous. They can. And they have one claw which looks abnormal, but the claw has one sac. The sac fills up with water, and then when it gets threatened, there's another tiny claw, whatever part that it pokes the sack and it shoots at water, and it also does hurt a lot. And it also and that shrimp eats lots of meat. They don't eat other things like normal shrimps. There's also mantis shrimps there, but I was not able to catch them. There was these small mantis shrimps, and I also found this very big mantis shrimp, but I ended up getting a jellyfish stung. But you want to see it? Here it is. Painful, right? And I also caught a lot of crabs and fish. I also made friends with two kids, and after that, those will help me catch a spotted eel. Yeah. And do you know how to get them? Well, you can't see them outside. You must look in the rocks because eels just live inside rocks. And when the tide goes down, the eels are stuck in the rocks. So that's how we got them. We got actually 2 of them, but my dad let one go, and I kept one. And I also got 3 gigantic gobies. What are gobies? Gobies are like fish with sticks to the rocks. They kind of look like lizards, and they're also super fast. Yeah, don't mention to you. There are lots of fish. They're large. My dad caught a few little colorful fish, and they're also super fast. Every time I try to catch a goby, they just all go away. And here's some pictures. Here's me. Can you see them? Yeah, the sea star. Look at this. They're everywhere. More sea stars here, more sea stars here. Yeah, every place is full of sea stars. This is me holding a sea star. And this is my weird fancy whatever aquarium here. And this is the iwi. We got, and here is actually a decorator crab. It might look like a piece of algae, but it's actually a crab. I already talked about decorator crabs. Well, they have 6 hooks on top of their head, but some actually need more. And they'll just hook the algae and weird stuff on there, and after that, they will then they'll grow living sponges and algae on them. So after that, they'll look like this place here. When you just look around here, you can't see them. It's impossible when it stays still. And to me, this is a mossy decorator crab. Next, day 2, visiting the small Iceland. The small Iceland is 5 kilometers northwest away from the main Iceland. We got there in 10 minutes with a speedboat, and my mother asked the car driver to go around the whole Iceland. Yes, go around the whole Iceland. First, we stopped at places to take photos, but I did run out of electricity. So I just only took a few photos, and I just go back to the car. And after that, we go to the beach. It's very, very beautiful, but at that time I also still ran out of electricity, so I didn't want to go to the beach. Yes, so I stayed up and eat ice cream. No problems. Extra bonuses. Yes, snacks. Next, I'm going to talk about sightseeing around the Iceland, which is in day 3. First, there are lots of places. The first one's Rohan, the second place Hankow, and the third place is landmark of whatever thingies, and fourth is Whale Temple. The last is my son here.
Memoriam.
Okay, memoriam. Next, I'm going to talk about Rohan. It's very special.
Cave temple.
Yes, it's a cave temple. It's a very special pagoda because it is made in a cave, and I never see anything like that, so it's pretty interesting too. Next, I'm going to talk about Hancock. It's also a very beautiful place. It's also created by millions of years ago by waves in the ocean. When waves splash here, they'll break the rocks, but now the waves can't reach here. So these are this gigantic crater, and inside is a small place. It isn't a cave. Well, I feel like it's more of a weird monkey thingy. I don't know. Yes, there's just rocks here and a big hollow place in there. Like it isn't like a cave. A cave you must climb around like Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's a cave for fisher.
Yeah, it's
Fisherman.
a cave for fishermen. Next, I'm gonna talk about the landmark.
Landmark of sovereignty.
Sovereignty. Okay.
Sovereignty.
Sovereignty, okay. On top, we can have a great view of Lisa Island and even the small Iceland because it's located on actually a mountain. It is also the place where we can make sure those pesky Chinese morons wouldn't take our land.
Yeah.
Yep. Next, I'm going to talk about a whale temple. It contains two whole skeletons, very large, of whales. One is very big and one is small. The both whales were dead on shore, on the beach. The whales are important animals for the people in the sun too. Next, I'm going to talk about the Island Memoriam. You can also learn about the history of the travelers of Island and how they helped to secure territories from destroying rotten like some bastard Chinese idiots. I also saw. I hate Chinese morons. Sheesh, I do hate them a lot. They did actually invade Island too. Next, for the fourth day, last and final day, we visit the Tava Arch and coming home. The Tava Arch is a natural wonder created by millions of years of volcanic eruption. It is a very beautiful place to take pictures, especially during sunset. At sunset, the whole sky is yellow and orange. Wow, this whole place, the whole arch is also orange. It's very beautiful, super beautiful. There's also a sun up there. I don't remember. So, bye bye, and thank you for listening, and have a good summer. Bye.